Okay then, so, Jackalor, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
So, what kind of spot did you pick for the meeting? Like a street corner, bar, lone dark alley?
Cafe.
Hmm. So, in people, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
So she'd actually want to go and meet me.
Okay. What do you tell Thorbrand? Do you encourage him to come with, or try to get him to stay behind?
I mean, if he doesn't want to come, doesn't want to come.
Oh no, he most definitely is interested.
Uh, I won't try to sway his opinion on that.
Okay. You head over first thing then?
Yes.
Righty. Excellent. Do you blushen up?
No.
Okay then.
Then I need to reload the page again.
Okay, Infernal. The bitch creature from hell. How many thralls does she currently have? Okay, excellent. Good to know. So, does she have enough to pick you out? Are you using any magical abilities while you're there?
Ordinary aspects.
Just aspects. Okay. Then, after you've waited for some 15 minutes, a woman you don't necessarily recognize just casually walks in and sits down.
Do I notice any extras?
Extras in what form?
Like anyone else entering the bar after her? Or cafe after her?
Well,
Page, so.
let's see. Give me a perception alertness roll. The base is, we're gonna say 8, because you also have covered the street outside to make sure she doesn't have backup. So, for you it will be perception alertness at 4, if you're actively scanning.
Yeah, I'm currently waiting for the thing to load. My browser crashed.
Well, it shouldn't be enforcing a wait time at least, because I've once again gone pro on Roll20.
Yay!
Yeah, but it's still loading. I'm being very slow about it.
Because his internet shit itself. Took one look at that. Said, fuck you.
Internet is actually my internet is actually decent.
Good joke.
But yeah, like I can't roll right now.
Okay.
Currently loading.
Do you want
Want to roll
me?
for him real quick?
No,
That's
your
alright
luck
with you,
is
Jack?
way too good. I think, Demi, you roll for Jackalor. 6 dice, difficulty 4. You can poison
Just
him.
about there.
Okay, wait, no, Jackalor's coming back. Never mind. We'll let him fuck himself.
I wanted to poison him.
Well, Jackalor, you in?
Yes, I mean I'm just waiting for the thing to load to me.
Wait for it to come to him. Wait for it to come to him.
Now this is taking me too long. There we go.
Okay,
And difficulty 4.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's taking fucking forever.
Yeah, as said, my computer is down.
Come on. Stop sucking.
There. You submitted it. Should roll this soon.
Okay, just casually leaning back, glancing to the side. Looks like there's definitely a burly person with a noticeable bulge in his coat standing by the door now. I think you can see the edge of another by that same door. Probably more around the front of this place, at least. But as far as on the actual inside, she came in alone. God damn it, Jackalor.
Okay.
You need to die for that.
So, you've arrived.
Yes. What do you want?
I simply am here to talk.
Well,
I want an
yes.
end to any hostilities between us, Kindred, and you.
You can tell Havdan that his ass is mine and not in the fun way this time.
Oh no.
I wish to avoid this escalating further into an all-out conflict.
Oh no, I don't want all-out conflict. I just want Havdan.
I can't give you him.
That's okay, just stand aside, I'll take him myself.
So you're adamant on this? You can't?
Well, I could, I don't want to. Thorbrand's just leaning back, enjoying this. He's gonna let you handle this. For now.
Look. So you're absolutely sure you can't back off?
Are you like
There's no...
trying to come up with an excuse for your own conscience so you can attack me or something? I'm willing to talk, but Havdan pissed me off. Havdan screwed me over. There needs to be retribution for that. You want to talk? Sure, let's talk. I like to listen. Why not? But if you're just interested in cleaning your conscience of, before you start some shit, go ahead and start shit. You think I'm afraid of you, vampire fucks? Go ahead and try.
I'm not interested in combat here.
Good. That's smart. See, that's smart because most people wouldn't want to fight one of us. Except Havdan. Havdan's retarded like that, and it was very attractive for a very long time, but the charm has worn off.
Who would have known a clod to your face makes the charm go away?
I do wonder, what did he do to piss you off so bad?
Well, that would be between me and him.
Of course.
But if you were to, the two of you, strapping gentlemen, were to in some way accidentally help me come across him in a advantageous way,
I can't tell you where his haven is.
Oh no, I know where he sleeps. I know that fucking dingy apartment. I can give you the address.
But no, I can't do that. That's not what I can do. But let's this. Apparently, you have been building up armed forces. Can I ask you why?
Well, when a defenseless little girl like me wants to destroy a big scary vampire, lots and lots of guns firing at once sometimes help.
Yeah, from what I can tell, the build-up was before you. I'll run in with Halfdan.
She just gives you a pitying look. I, I've known Howdan for more than 40 years.
Now that's interesting information.
And thus why we did not have Halfdan be prince.
Dude.
Debbie, you really should have done everything in your power to prevent these two from ever meeting.
Well, you see, William's a cuck and I'm not killing her right now.
This
You know
isn't
what's
going.
awesome? This is going exactly as I really wanted it to, too. That's
I
great.
know. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to help you along and realize I'm not a threat to you.
Yay! Good job, Jack.
Trying to be
I'm more likely to help you out.
Yeah. Well,
I
in
think
that case, I'm pretty sure before it was because of. It wasn't because of Halfdan that you started building up forces.
oh no, it was still because of Howdan, just different reason.
Can I tell she's lying right now?
You
Can I roll
can.
that? And I'm rolling at reduced difficulty because she is human.
Ish.
You can reduce the difficulty by 2, but she is not human, so it's essentially limited effect.
I think that has more to do with the roll itself than the difficulty. To
Let's
put it bluntly.
see, I need to roll for the power she would have by now enacted, namely the subtle parts of Lore of Longing. Crap. This will be to determine how difficult she is to read.
Oh,
You can't
Can't read
tell.
well.
She seems honest. What's your wit score?
a wit score, it's 3 here.
You know, for
Okay.
some reason, she seems completely and utterly trustworthy. Almost like a perfect goddess that is telling you the truth of the cosmos, and apparently Halfdan is a bigger piece of shit than you ever suspected.
Can I roll intelligence occult to notice the fact that she's using supernatural powers on me?
You can roll perception awareness. Given that Auspex is running, I'll let it be at a 6. Since I'm assuming you know your own mind.
What is this? Why am I trusting somebody so willingly? I've never done this in my life.
Well, yes, essentially. You know, it's
You have a
hard to
suspicion.
tell. It's really subtle. Maybe she has some sort of a natural presence. Like, you know, the Toreador. But, you know, as far as you're concerned, she might be running awe, but you're not aware just how deep it goes.
Could you turn that off?
I'm sorry, it's part of what I am. It's mildly difficult to suppress.
I don't think so.
Good old William.
You are asking me to make a lot of effort, but you know what? For the sake of our conversation, why not? I'm gonna try.
Does she actually turn it off or not?
You know, you feel the impact lessen, and you realize she's a good kid. She did turn it off, and you can most definitely trust her.
Oh my god. Oh, God bless.
She's just been screwed. She's an innocent, pure creature that's been screwed over by Havdan's lecherous ways. He probably violated her repeatedly. Well, she probably remembered that thing in the newspapers. He must have lost control, and that's why she was building the army. It was the only thing she could do.
Killer's so bad right now.
Don't worry, you already hated Halfdan. You just hate him more.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hate him, I just detested him.
You know, you might be a cunt, but at least you're honest about being a cunt and you have some standards. They might be very low, but you have them. But the fact that Halfdan did this to her, he cannot be on humanity. He must be a Sabbat infiltrator.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
It's an impressive infiltrator. He's been here so long.
You know, I might be able to help you with Havdan.
Oh, thank you. It's been so hard doing this on my own. Dorbrand's just giving a quizzical look to William at this point, like, what the fuck?
He's been mind fucked. Wonder if he can figure that out.
The subject thinks the demon is everything she expected or dreamed of, banishing any suspicion, hesitation, or fear. Papa bless.
Like, it won't be easy. And yeah, Havdan is quite the thing to take down, but it would be doable.
Dorbrand just casually turns your head and backhands you across the face.
Well,
Gonna roll the damage on that.
Yeah, so bashing.
That's damage. Or
Yeah, that was damage.
That's damage. He's essentially taking one success to smack you for sure. He's holding back and being reasonable.
He can do that?
Sometimes when
Yes,
he wants
he can.
something. You take a point
He
of
can make some
bashing.
damage.
That face where you realize a simple slap could have actually dealt 4 bashing damage to William.
Right, how did we do it with you, Demi? It was self-control rolls or with self-control rolls when you had something to try and knock you out of it?
I think it was actually just wits. If it was with self-control, I would have had a much easier time.
Okay, Jackalor, give me wits roll at 8.
Can I spend willpower on this?
Yes.
I'll spend willpower on this.
Two vampire elders walk into a bar to talk to demon. What are their chances? Wrong question, they've already lost. Okay.
One
I did
success.
damage.
Your mind clears for a second, and then the pure snow white trust in this beautiful damsel in distress rushes back in. There's a small part of you inside now screaming.
What's that for?
You're not acting like yourself, you're too nice.
He's obviously deserving of it.
No, really, something is wrong. She is gonna just casually turn to Torbrand and say, why don't you wait outside while you and your... Well, I talk with your friend, okay? Roll for Voice of Heaven, because she's a stupid bitch and has no idea who Torbrand is.
Well,
Now then, this is the interesting part. What's Torbrand's willpower? We can roll this secretly.
Fucking
Roll well,
11.
Roll well.
Okay, I need to look up the specific effects on close results. There we go. Okay. Torbrand just half stands, then sits back down, just says, or I could stay right here. Enough of this. Release him.
oh snap. No, she didn't.
Oh my god, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it!
She just sighs. William, your mind clears.
Fucking finally. That was unpleasant.
You seem to be enjoying it. Winks at you.
That's the problem, he's enjoying!
No.
So, why the fuck are you tracking me down? Really?
Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of why everything went wrong. And why you're all of a sudden in the territory of one of our esteemed
I don't go where the fuckers in the warehouses throw their parties. I've stayed very distance. In fact, I've been careful to pick a spot in between where most of you congregate.
Yes, but you're fucking with the Cosa Nostra.
And you don't have a monopoly on mortals. She lowers her voice, realizing there are mortals around. You are drawing more than a few stairs by now, by the way. Listen, whoever they are, they can stay away from my pets, and I'll try and stay away from theirs. It's really annoying when they mind control one of mine and I have to go fix it.
The problem is it's hard to know who's who.
Well,
I'd prefer if you stopped influencing the Cosa Nostra.
well, I'm sure you would if I just, gave up all my claims for any kind of influence or territory and just, fucked off. But that does seem unlikely, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sadly.
So, how about we start with this? I have my own little organization. I'm willing to not significantly expand it beyond its current size and just consolidate. And you fucks stay the fuck away from me. And stay out of my way when I go for Avdan. And we're gonna get along fine.
Sure, let's shake on that.
Roll manipulation, subterfuge, you evil cunt.
I might be able to get away with it. Might be.
We'll see.
It is what he specializes in. Socially speaking.
Spend a point of willpower on this.
If you spend a point of willpower on this, I'm gonna say you won't be able to on the actual casting.
Oh. Guess not.
So not on this?
Fucking hell.
Man,
Right.
Poor Jack.
Because
Oh.
let's make sure this is set properly the way it should be.
I'm well reasoned in case that applies.
It does, but I think we're past that point. She can draw 2 additional fate points from her thralls, so she can pour 4 into the voice of command. And at this point, it's just gonna be an AoE as she points at both you and Thorbrand, and says, "Those 2 people need to die right now." And all of the bar turns at you. Jackalor, Thorbrand, you need to roll willpower, and you need a total of 6 successes to resist. Thorbrand's under. Thorbrand's in initiative.
it's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
I might lose both Thorbrand and Jackalor at one time.
Hello, darkness, my old friend! As you realize you need to kill Thorbrand right fucking now.
Initiative.
Thorbrand has like 11 mod.
Hey, I rolled decently. Shit.
So that destiny point of yours, Jackalor.
Yeah, I might want to spend it right about now.
Yeah, do it on Thorbrand so he kills everybody.
Yeah, I might want to spend it on Thorbrand killing everyone.
No, you have to use it. on
Well,
yourself,
we're gonna
if I
have to...
remember.
I don't think you actually get to choose how he does it. It's up to
Yeah,
the ST.
she literally pointed at you 2 vampires and told the entire room you need to die. There might be some mortals by the doors that didn't get caught on it, but this is like a small cafe, so the people by the bar and at neighboring tables would have gotten caught. So there's probably like 5 or 6 mortals on the 2 of you as well.
Not
most-
including the couple at the doors that are probably about to get in too.
The big problem here is that Thorbrand is about to kill me horribly.
Thorbrand's fist will just go through your heart.
But
So
you have
declare,
one.
Jackalor, declare. You have to be trying to kill Thorbrand.
I guess I'll use my fucking powers on him and try to touch him.
You sure you don't want to, instead go for something fancier? Well, actually, no,
Lift
yeah,
him
it
up.
makes sense. You don't
I
have
could,
enough to
like-
cast 2 Thumb spells at once using Focused Mind, do you?
No, I don't. I need like 4 of that. 5?
5.
Okay. Thorbrand is okay with this decision of yours. He's just gonna happily pull you into a grapple and give you the touch you wanted. So let's figure out blood expenditures. Let's say activate precision, activate one celerity action, and he doesn't care about living particularly because he just needs to kill you here. And the command is also that you need to die, so yeah, good luck with that. You just start with each other. Actually, I need to roll me a luck die, Jackalor, to see if one of her trials might have burned out, because she has been drawing on them extra a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna take that down by a 1. Someone's heart gave out on that. Okay, Jackalor, you essentially have 1 chance here to really fuck Thorbrand, because he's not gonna be spending on Fortitude.
Okay.
Except he is activating... Right, Precision's gonna go on the bite that happens on the celerity action. So, that is 12 dice for grabbing hold of you in case he manages to miss. He doesn't, so it's 3 plus 5 bashing. So, roll to soak 8 bashing. Okay.
The 1 wound I took.
Yeah, we can assume that has been healed in advance, but you still take 3 points of bashing. This is like a nightmare scenario for any of the players. One-on-one fight with Thorbrand, essentially.
So
Good
how
times.
much bashing did you say I was taking?
Not including the fact that they're both about to get pummeled a bunch by
Yeah,
just a bunch of humans.
3 went through after halving, because his potence was active, so it was a total of 8 on the damage.
8 minus 2, 6. Divide by 2, 3.
Yeah. I have
But
-1 die.
you now have the opportunity to cast your magic.
Cast thy magic. Spend willpower point.
I wish I would, but I won't spend. So it's difficulty 8.
That's damn.
Nope, I did not get 7 successes.
Nope, got 1.
Well, it still burns away a blood point, which is a good thing. And you deal a point of aggravated.
That's surprising, actually.
You hear Florin just say, as you hear her stand, "Fire works well." Head towards the door.
So when do I get to spend the destiny point?
Right about now as you see the fangs descend. So guys, how can Jackalor be saved at this point?
A random booster from 2 cities away comes in and stakes Thorbrand.
Yeah, no. That happened because a
I'll be
lot of
honest,
crap was tossed in.
I don't know how he can survive this in any real way.
If Thorbrand gets back to his senses and Jack.
Maybe an angel just
Even
comes up.
if Thorbrand comes to his senses, the others might just kill him anyway, especially if they use fire.
True, but you also have to remember that there's Thorbrand there who could like kill 6 people in a single turn.
I'm not sure he can actually kill 6 people in a single turn.
If he had a knife in his hands, it's reasonable if he was saving blood that, yeah, he could. At least a few.
He could kill a few, don't get me wrong.
He could
I'm not sure he could do
guarantee
6.
he could guarantee 3, 6 if he was lucky. Because he would have to be splitting at that point, and potence would still apply, but yeah, he could get overwhelmed.
There's enough here that it's an issue for Thorbrand, and if there's enough of an issue, I'm not completely sure Destiny Point could really completely save him. I think a Destiny Point to make Thorbrand come to his senses could make sense, and he'll have a chance then, but
It was
it
like
would be a
a
chance.
total of.
Well,
They both lost though by 4 fucking levels on the Voice of Heaven.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay,
Pretty
This
dead.
might just be an impossible save kind of situation.
Jackalor, point me on the map
When you're so
where.
screwed, Destiny Point can save you.
Point me on the map where this meeting would have taken place, because you were picking the spot.
Like here, maybe?
Okay, yeah, no, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should have picked my place. I got bars.
so let's see. I guess this turns into a workshop. How does Jackalor not die?
No?
He teleports outside.
He can't.
Doesn't have time.
The command
Oh, shit.
is these 2 people need to die. Even if he teleported outside, he would be then feel compelled to step
Go
in front
inside.
of a bus.
Voice of Heaven is OP as shit.
Yep.
She just killed a troll to get both of you.
This is why you attack first and then ask questions.
Or you do better on the diplomacy part. Either way.
What do you just... Yeah, but we're talking about Jackalor here.
Yeah,
so
Jackalor
action
didn't
first.
go in intending to diplomacy. He went in intending to kill a bitch.
Yeah, that's
so
the
you go
issue.
You go in and kill a bitch then.
Hoping to get her hand, but I could have killed her before she had a chance.
That
Would I
may-
have killed her?
that would have probably destroyed her vessel, yes. Unless she had enough faith to... I would have applied it possibly as lethal, because you're not really damaging her spirit, but she would have had to instantly heal all of it in order to survive, and that's if I went with the most generous possible ruling. So, given that she wasn't expecting it, yeah, I would say it had a very good chance to just off her. Or at least cripple her.
So, guys, what do you think? What could happen that would actually save Jack there? Everything I think of would just kill him at the same time, so...
Maybe an angel comes up and is like, all right.
that would be taking the Destiny Point a bit further than I think we really want.
I mean, I don't know, but like, he's pretty screwed.
Alan smashes through the fucking roof, comes in, those Volt motherfuckers.
I don't think Alan would challenge Thorbrand. He would help
Another
Thorbrand.
issue is that the position he chose is basically in the center of a bunch of places, but not really close to anywhere, per se.
Let's see, the 2 vampires that were allowed in by Bacon. If you spend a destiny point, I think I have a way. Jackalor, it's screwy. But I think I have a way.
I don't have a choice in the matter.
Okay, so are you spending it?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
he said he's
course I
spending it.
am.
We're just trying to think of a way to make it work.
Okay, then as the fangs are about to descend, you just hear "Cooey! Hey, 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 hey!" from outside. And you see the mortals around you and Thorbrand, and then you feel take hold of yourself. Yeah, you're in Rotrek.
Holy shit.
Malkavian's OP!
Well then.
This will kind of depend on a luck roll on your part to see if this ends up with you being screwed, Jackalor, in a different way.
Okay.
I mean, the destiny point just means he's safe. If he
Maybe?
gets screwed over by the safety, that's fine.
Maybe?
He's probably all right.
Oh, this still means that her guards have to, kill the Malkavian as he's, chasing after you to, demand that life boon he just earned. That's a miss.
That's a botch.
It's a botch.
Okay, you hear the demon cursing loudly and promising eternal vengeance to someone behind you.
The demon! The demon's gonna come out the worst of this. That's hilarious.
You just tripped and shot her in the foot. It's like too lethal. I'm not gonna kill her for this. It's just
That's fine.
Kylie annoying.
She's still human. Lethal hurts.
Oh right, yeah, it's this dude. It's the communist.
Oh, those more.
Proletariat at the masses.
Seize the means of production, my brother.
Well, he is seizing the means of production for the chantry. Okay, so that's a total of 4. He can sort of keep up, I guess. Because he can heal as he goes. Except that this does not save Thorbrand necessarily, I would say.
Oh, no.
If a Thorbrand was also affected, I think he has actually a better chance than our guy.
No, that's fine, but... Yeah, you are leading the negotiations there. You seem like the more important one, and the communist Malkavian is stupid. So, Jackalor, you spend a harrowing night with... You know what? Let's do it this way. Give me 3 more willpower rolls. We'll see how quickly you are reasserting your will. And I'm gonna make a couple more for Thorbrand as well, secretly. Okay. So yeah, looks like slowly so far. Okay. Eventually you snap out of it, but you spend a good 3 or 4 consecutive scenes just being voice of madness until the urge to go kill yourself wears off.
Yay.
I think this comes down to possibly a luck roll, because Thorbrand didn't get a high result until his second roll. And he only gets taken out of the immediate vicinity. He doesn't have someone to, you know, re-up it to keep him from doing it.
It does keep him away for a scene, but only that one.
Well,
so.
yes, but how would Thorbrand try to kill himself if he wanted to do that, or if he was gonna do that? He knows he needs to die. He got some successes. He assaults the werewolf can because might as well go out in a fun way.
Holy shit!
Now the question is how well he does.
I mean, I think he meets the dawn on a pile of werewolf corpses at this point. It's just a charnel house.
He might live through it.
Then what he does.
I think the command would be strong enough that if the werewolves failed to kill him, he would stake himself. Does anyone
It
have...
would depend how long it lasted. There's a couple of things.
Thorbrand has a fuck ton of dice and celerity. He can delay it, so there would be a trail of dead bodies as he was running towards the werewolves, but he would essentially be charging them. I don't know, this feels, to me at least, like a really dramatic way for Thorbrand to go out, even if I have to, you know, nudge it a bit. And the idea of going to deal with a demon having fucking serious consequences like this appeals to me.
That's fine. I'm just saying there is the possibility of him living. Not that there's actually the thing that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the werewolf Cairn might get fucked up.
Actually, if we rule it like this, that each 2 successes subtracts 1 from the whatever the command had left on it after the initial resistance. Thorbrand got a 2 and a 4, which means that 2 scenes later the command would still have at least 1 success on it, and he would still be being driven towards, well, suicide essentially. So Jackalor would eventually be fine. The Malkavian could, even though he's kind of scrubby, certainly manage at least, 5 castings of Voice of Madness. The Blood Pool is not that
According
straight
to the
for
Destiny
it.
point, yes.
Yeah. So, when you come to Jackalor for the final time, and the Malkavian sees that you are not about to do something immensely stupid or die immediately, he just says, "So, about that life boon you now owe me."
Can I see his face before I kill him?
God bless.
Do you wish to roll initiative on this Malkavian?
I want to see his face first.
I drag him out
Like, where?
near the table. Oh, right, because you're on that.
You moved us this way.
There.
Does he look deserving of that? Do you guys?
Huh?
Does he look deserving of that? Do you guys?
I don't care. Why would you ask us? Do whatever you want to do.
He just... Yeah, it's up to you, Jacklord. He did just save you from the demon, and he doesn't look unattractive. He looks ugly in that really confident way where it wraps around.
You got a reputation to uphold. You gotta kill him. Be an asshole.
The man does have a point, Jackalor.
He does have a point.
Offer to shake his hand!
Look, I'm
I
the
might
last one
just
with
do
my
that.
destiny point. I'm happy.
I might just shake his hand.
Okay, roll manipulation subterfuge.
Better work this time, damn it.
Though if it fails and he kills you, I mean, that'd be some shit.
Does well
He-
reasoned apply?
He slowly extends his hand.
Spend a point of willpower on the roll to activate.
You're such a
Path
cock.
of Blood 5. Path of Blood 5.
You're such a piece of shit.
Die, you piece of shit.
Of course I am a piece of shit.
So Gen 11, he would at most have had 12 blood points going in. We're gonna say he's down to 5. God damn it, he rolled 4 on perception. And there's like, I don't know if this is... Okay then, you piece of shit.
48. Spend a point of willpower on this.
We know.
Holy shit.
You
Hold
just-
his hand. I'm buffing my strength up to 5.
Is he-
He just
Well,
hisses out,
I-
betrayal!
Wow.
That's not good. That's a Malkavian you're doing that to.
As far as buffs go, Jacklord, we're gonna take care of those in normal combat time. Because the moment you did that, you're in initiative.
I need to select.
King Magnificent.
Jackalor being a bad, using a destiny point.
Oh boy.
I need to look up, what is your declaration, Jackalor? Because, you know, you're under him.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to buff my strength by 4, and I'm going to try to grapple him.
Okay? Gonna say that you can sort of pull him into the grapple. Just fine. Though he would have a bonus on escaping this first round, because you're just holding his hand right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can essentially auto-succeed on the grapple if he doesn't, you know, break free.
Okay.
So you can do something else as well.
I'm going to rip his throat out.
Magnificent way it's meant to be played. Okay. He enacts Voice of Madness and botches.
Oh, holy shit.
There's just a look on
Guessing
his
he
face
ran out
of like,
willpower.
betrayed. Go ahead and roll for the fanging to the neck.
So, +1 damage.
Oh my fucking god, he's now in Rotrek himself, actually.
Yes, he is.
Okay. That is fine. Alright, that's 1 ag. And you dealt 1 ag before, so he's at -1. Alright, Jackalor, your declaration.
I'm going to fang him again.
You don't want to just burn his blood?
I could. Sure. I'll try to.
It's
drain
up to
blood.
you. Okay,
Let's try
so
to burn his blood away.
okay. See, yeah, buffed by 1 for Dex. He's gonna be trying to bite at you, trying to desperately escape. Somehow he rips into his own wrist.
God bless.
Does as much damage as you have done to him in this entire combat. Oh. Magnificent. Jackalor, your magic. Okay, he is now crippled. Except it doesn't matter, because he's rot tracking.
Yep.
Which means that the previous roll was, well, wrong, but fuck it. Not gonna retcon that at this point. And he used his last blood point to buff his dex to 4. And he's gonna try and bite you again, probably. Well, you declare first, so.
Jack, what do you do? Die?
Jackalor, you might be muted. We need to know your declaration. For what will probably be the last turn of combat.
I think he went away without mentioning anything.
That would be generally unlike Jackalor, because he's usually not a cunt about leaving mid-combat like that. Yeah, internet must have derped.
That's what I thought too. I didn't really mean like, he left because he wanted to. I meant that, bye-bye.
Well, hopefully he can...
Not registering his mic.
Okay, are you back, Jackalor? We
Weird.
see you in the chat.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
what do?
I'm going to try and activate Path of Blood 5 again.
Alrighty. He would like to try and bite you very much, please and thank you. Desperately trying to escape. There we go.
Holy shit, he might kill me.
You know you
Nope.
say that.
Okay, I
You
did
have
not
no
force it
strength
to-
whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
Does Path of Blood 5 still work if they're completely out of blood?
Yes.
Yeah, it still boils.
It just doesn't boil the blood anymore. It's the whole thing.
They still take damage.
Yeah. There he goes.
The number of successes gained determines how many blood points are brought to boil. The subject suffers 1 health level of aggravated damage for each point boiled. Which
You
says
can't
to
actually deal
me,
damage this way then.
yeah, it fizzles. You feel it hit him, but no more
Aw.
popping veins.
Guess I'll just bite him to death normally.
Okay.
Don't
he
worry. He has done nothing to you this entire time. He will continue to do so.
I'm going to spend a point of blood on fortitude.
Okay. You may certainly do so. You know, that just saved you 1 point of ag right there. Jackalor, how does it feel to be the guy that led to Thorbrand's death?
I'm thrilled yet fearful.
Fucking demons. Yeah, so
I'm quite happy. I am now the most powerful person in this city. Bar none.
what a happy little accident on a whimsical magical adventure. Okay, roll for damage.
That's +1, I have 5 strength, so 7.
Mm-hmm. I do hope you're noting your blood and your per turn expenditures down.
Noting my blood per turn expenditure. I
Do
think it's
you
10.
want to spend a willpower point to just torpor him so you can feast?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, apparently whatever mortals, policemen, etc. were pursuing you as you were screaming through the streets have lost the trail before they ever get to you.
Oh, good.
So how does William feel about that happening?
I think that's a conscience roll. Like,
Yeah,
bar
you
none,
just
that is a conscience roll.
You killed a person who saved you.
That was
I'm
pretty
pretty
much cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, that's conscience roll.
Go ahead and
I mean,
roll
in this
for a
case,
start.
you could say, in this case, you could say it was boiling cold. Well, I don't know how to do
You
this.
fucked that up so bad.
Demi, have you tried sucking less?
Called a fail.
I'm gonna simulate the combat with the werewolves during the weeks in between to see how it goes, along with any spirit defenses.
Roll 1 dot of conscience.
Don't botch.
You botch.
No.
Just a fail. Down lower on that humanity poll.
I mean, it was just some random Malkavian, probably. There's too many of them as is.
You're right. There's way too many of them as is.
To be fair, there's actually too many Malkavians. There's a lot.
I believe the session has now come to a close.
Yep. So,
There's still actually quite a bit for me to do that night, but, you know, yeah, that happened.
oh my fucking god. I'm not sure what Thorbrand would do with the prisoner vampire. I think he would try to draw as much aggro as possible to go to Valhalla after death.
And people ask me why I want.
How old was Thorbrand anyway?
About 1,000 or so was my headcanon.
Yay.
So just old enough to have seen the old ways die.
That's
Hey, at
just
least
too
we open
bad.
up Milneberg now. And before you settle it, in 50 years later, he comes back.
I was it. Who the fuck is in my domain? I go into torpor for 50 years and you do this? If the werewolves actually decide to torpor him, that might be what happens.
I doubt they torpor him, though. He did say that he'd done a shit ton of atrocities before.
Well, yes. That's why they stake him and parade him around. Come here, great heroes and great deeds! We slayed an elder! Okay, so, let's see. What question do I want to ask William the most? Mostly, let's put it this way. Is William proud of himself?
William's not sure what he is. William's not sure what he is. Probably proud a little bit.
But I got
Yeah,
Thorbrand
you're
killed
in a
emissary.
real fucked position, Jack. You just got in a real fucked position.
Yeah. I'm in a real fucked position, I know.
So, where is this powerful elder who was supposed to keep an eye on you? Well, about that! Okay, what do I want to ask of that? What do you think of Walda now?
I mean, she's crazy. That still stands. But if I were on her spot, I mean, I might have done something similar to protect Vivian.
Okay.
I can understand her.
Okay, let's see. Now that Vivian has had a taste of power and trying to wrangle vampires to agree on something officially, how does she feel about why Alan might have been the way he is?
Totally disagrees with it. Why on earth would he be the way he is?
Okay, and for Abraham, let's keep it simple. What does Abraham think of the new prince?
It doesn't matter what he thinks of the new prince. She's whoever's in power. Yeah, that's who you suck up to. As far as personal feelings, I guess. I mean, you know, not a good impression like that first time, but you know, he kind of hated Gretchen more during that one meeting, so killed her basically, and got off scot free. So, well, relatively. So yeah, I'd say it's good. It's good. It's improving basically.
Okay, I love how he's taken credit for the entire hit in his internal monologue.
Exactly.
I'll probably start making up that backup.
Really,
Well,
everything's moving.
Jack, I have some bad news. Your possibility of life just went down a lot.
Yeah, point goes to Jackalore.
Hey?
Like, you needed that destiny point for what was going to be to, like, you know, at least just get away from all this with some punishments and stuff instead.
Well, he might be able to come up with something for the emissary. Social is supposedly what he's specialized in.
Supposedly.
The issue isn't so much with the emissary. The emissary is just going to investigate some of the stuff that went on here, and Jack is in a really horrible position, just on like almost all fronts.
I can't deny that.
You can't even really proclaim you've actually done too much per se to pursue thaumaturgy because of the failure on the whole thing of making the
It
ghoul.
was exactly as planned. He led Thorbrand and carefully manipulated him to ensure he charged the cairn, rendering it vulnerable for Tremere control.
Oh god, I'm so dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this session things went pretty much to everyone's usual standards. So we're gonna say that it's gonna be the extra pity point for Jackalore, and I'm gonna give each of you 2 points you can distribute among the NPCs. And give reasons for it. So Demi, you first. Who gets an extra point from you?
Who gets an extra point for me? Well, I mean Thorbrand, but he's already old as fuck, so I don't think you'd give it to him, right?
It's up to you. If the reason is good enough, I'll allow it.
Well, let's go with Valda first, because Ventru bitch is dead now.
Just spray paints the broken mirror in Vedro territory. Yeah, you know what's up.
And another person that I think would have learned a valuable lesson during this all would actually be Andrew.
Poor Andrew.
He's just gonna stick
Andy
to Coke
and
and...
Andrew. Both Andy and Andrew, they got fucked up in the head.
I think
Well, but
Andrew
most of them
might
are
just, for the next 5 or 10 years, just stick to Coke and hookers.
God bless.
I might just have a Torian or Primogen that just doesn't give a fuck.
Okay. Epic. Who do you think deserves extra points?
My heart goes to you, Valda.
Okay, so that's 1. I'm gonna, like before, limit to a max of 2 per NPC, so you need to give the other one to someone else.
Besides that, maybe this one guy that is obviously totally a NPC, not a PC. This new La Sombra we
Nope.
only just discovered.
That is not gonna be a thing. You're not handing it off even to temporary players.
Okay. Well, I'm having a hard time deciding who next. Maybe Kurt.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, sure. I'll go with Kurt.
Alrighty. I think Kurt is gonna have a oh moment where the news comes in that Thorbrand actually got fucked there. Because that is not how he expected that to end.
Funnily enough, it was one of the possibilities in my mind. So I have been planning for it.
Jackalor kind of set Thorbrand up because you gave her the perfect fucking opening in the end. Sad. Which NPCs are deserving of praise and glory?
I mean, I don't know. There weren't too many NPCs that actually succeeded in a. Maybe Andy? Is he still around?
He is, for now.
Sure, I'll give him one. Why not? I did like his attempt at that.
Alright. And the second point?
Another one. I guess Byron. Sure, we'll give him Byron.
Yes. Feed him.
Yes.
Gonna give this to Byron proper, not the other personality, of course.
Actually, no. Give it to the Hound.
The dogs do not get XP there, or the nicely modified.
No.
Okay, Jackalor.
I'll give it to Billy because he gets to be the only venture in the.
Well, there are 3 of them. 4, technically.
The only one not part of the Prince's protege.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 to Billy, and the second one?
Let's give it to my arch enemy.
Who now? The demon?
Kurt Wade.
Ah,
His arch enemy.
He is my literal enemy.
you know, he's gonna be... This couldn't have gone worse for him. You got away and Thorbrand died and the demon still lives.
To be fair, this only happened because he had a destiny point, so he shouldn't feel too bad in his soul.
Well, he doesn't know, that's the thing, so to him it looks like, ah.
He arranged it, that fucker. You have to admit, it totally looks like you arranged it.
Definitely.
I mean, it is a legitimate strategy, right? Because now people will be too afraid to fuck with William, right?
I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I am so unsure that that people won't just get even more pissed off just to don't go and kill him now. Specifically, the people that already wanted him dead.
Well,
I mean, I did go in there to talk. I didn't intend to kill her.
something I forgot, Jackalor. I rolled these secretly for both of you. You are getting a slight twinge of auspex that there's some kind of a looming, rapidly approaching threat of utter instability for the entire city. You have no idea of the details of where it's coming from, but something's a looming. Sorry, I picked the one I made on your behalf. Was a happy straight failure. Jekyll got
Don't worry
like a
about
1.
it. I'm fine with it. I'm more than fine with it. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Except no one will believe you when you warn them.
Of course they won't. They never did.
You know, the rest of them are like, the Tremere are just lying. Meanwhile, they empty the hospital refrigerators and lock the doors. Okay then, right. 3 XP to Jekyll and Sad, 2 to you two. And, gonna just give everyone a flat willpower point because those are the less fun questions to ask, generally. So we're just gonna, I think for a while, shift to just asking for lessons learned. Everyone always thinks of something anyway, and it's not really driving things along as much as I would like for the effort it takes, so fuck it.
I mean, technically, then we should also get free XP.
No,
Got it.
don't argue it.
Demi, you now have one
Please no.
dark destiny point that I at any point may employ to fuck you.
I'm just fucking around.
So-
Please no.
I feel it's a fairly legit question, real quick. Have I taken any other steps towards another humanity dot?
If you can argue for one, though, a lot of what I saw was being practical and making sure the city runs, and it's for the good of people, but on the other hand, you are looking at rather nasty things, you know, just looking the other way. For example, when, you know, a dozen humans were being abused by vampires.
I don't look the other way on that. That's one of the things I'm intending to look into. The problem is, as far as she can tell at the moment, they want to be there. So if they want to be there, that's not really a problem to her.
Mm-hmm. If there is something specific you can raise, go ahead and make the argument. Or you can do it over the week.
All of those various points where she kept trying to argue for sparing people, not killing people, do this the non-violent way, etc. Not only that, with that situation with the people, she did make sure that they were all right.
She did do that. Honestly, I think that if you were Humanity 6, I would count both of those for sure. But I think for Humanity 8, that is
I was just asking in general. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. So
Yeah, I think at 8, that is generally how you're supposed to act at that level, not above and beyond, so... So we're
okay,
just
I
gonna
was just checking.
say that you are, you know, acting as is normal for you.
since I don't remember, I've been doing basically nothing humane or even trying, right?
I mean, you just swam out of a river after watching one of those hell dogs rip into a vampire who was trying to desperately escape and then watch them cold-bloodedly be killed.
To be fair, I didn't know what's going on.
At first you did it, and then you were like, but they are Ventru and you should just finish them.
I mean, are Ventru really people?
And he wonders why he hasn't got a humanity check.
I needed to roll conscience roll there.
Not at 5 he doesn't.
Aw.
Though, intentional destruction of property, no, he was just an accomplice for that though. So that doesn't apply either, even if he fucked up a railing and blew up a car. He was...
on my part, the stuff of trying to have the ones that tried to assassinate me, trying to make sure they're okay and everything, the one that's still here, yeah. I think that's a little above and beyond what Humanity 8 would usually call for.
It's also tied in with political pragmatism and not trying to avoid starting a
I-
long-term feud, I would think.
I would agree if it was the Ventru. I disagree with the Toreador Primogen.
He was a secondary participant in any case.
Sure, but I was trying to make sure that things were going to be all right between us. I didn't try to like get back at him personally in any way.
See, the problem is that at 8 you are so good that it bothers you when you might have accidentally done something that might have hurt someone.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
I would
that was
say...
somebody that tried to assassinate me.
I would say not, but this is a harder call. I'll try and find that moment to think on it some more. But
Okay.
as a first call, no. Okay then, I guess we can wrap this up here. Well, minus one elder.
Yay, the city is ours. There's
Christ.
no one to countermand us.
Spoiler.
We're so fucked.
Say goodbye, everyone.
I mean, mostly you.
Bye-bye.
But
Bye. Good night.
bye.